So one other question before we open it up to audience questions. Again, use the QR code to ask questions, and we'll ask them from the stage here. So, we were talking before we got on stage about football, and obviously the Big Ten conference has expanded again.
It's no longer 10.
No longer 10. Hasn't been 10 for quite some time. But the other thing that we talk a lot on this podcast about is the future of higher ed in terms of mergers and acquisitions, but more alliances, and how universities can work more together. And I've done a lot of work on the Big Ten over the years in terms of the history of the conference, and which really started out as an academic conference more than athletics. And one of the things that I think really differs the Big Ten conference from every other athletic conference, and you know this from being in other athletic conferences, is that academic component, the Big Ten academic alliance. So what else can the Big Ten do as the conference expands, as we think about the power of all of these institutions now that are going to be in the Big Ten to solve the big challenges facing the U.S.? Do you imagine the Big Ten Academic Alliance and the alliance aspect of it to become bigger as a result of the expansion?
Well, certainly there are more institutions, and I can tell you, as a member of the expansion committee of sorts, within the committee and presidents and chancellors, that as has been the case for a long time at the Big Ten, the strength of current and prospective members of the conference, one of the most important things that is considered is their strength as a research university, most of them public, as you know, with a few exceptions.
Two now, right?
That's right.
Yeah, two.
That's right.
Used to be one, but
used to be one.
Yeah.
Northwestern, and there used to be University of Chicago, my alma mater.
Right.
But it's incredibly important. I've been in other conferences. There's actually a facility, a vibrant facility in Chicago, where that alliance members meet, not only presidents but also faculty members, students, and deans, and a lot of wonderful things have happened because of that alliance. And I can tell you in my conversations with the other presidents and chancellors that not only is that integral to each of our identities, but it is one of the most attractive features of the Big Ten. Mm-hmm. I'm really proud of the fact that the University of Michigan, when you go to the Union, where the steps of which John F. Kennedy articulated his vision of a Peace Corps, I think at 2 a.m. in the morning, something like that, that on the sides of that front door are a scholar and an athlete. And some people often ask me, why is that important? Well, we are a very large institution with 19 schools, an incredible amount of activity just in Ann Arbor. But if I compare the University of Chicago and University of Michigan, I've been at both, I'm proud of both. There's something special about the athlete part. The way it brings people together in the big house, over 105, 112,000 people coming together. And if you actually walk around, you'll see people from Michigan Medicine, from kinesiology, from SMTD, LSNA, from engineering, all cheering for the same team. And there's a saying, the team, the team, the team. And what's really special about the University of Michigan is whether it's athletics, any of the sports, whether it's research or whether it's teaching, there's an esprit de corps that I've never seen anywhere. And I think that's part of the secret sauce of what makes the University of Michigan special, is that people will come together, maybe at a football game, maybe at a coffee house, and they'll talk about ideas. I've been to many alumni events for different institutions, and what's unique about the University of Michigan is they'll talk a lot before the event, and they'll stay the longest.